Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? This is Promise back at you here with some more StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm replay casts. Thank you guys again for checking out my YouTube, continuing to look at my videos as the casts, I guess, continue to roll out. I will be doing a lot more commentary. I'm planning to be doing basically one replay per day that gets uploaded onto my YouTube channel. Maybe it's going to be 2, sometimes even 3 per day, but I've been getting quite lucky finding these replays on many different websites. This replay is actually taken from gosugamers.net, so shout out to them for posting up some of these replays from the Acer Team League. This is exactly where this replay is coming from. Let's go ahead and introduce who we have playing in this match. So we have representing in the bottom left side, playing under the barcode, he is blue, it is Root Gaming's Sage, and of course his opponent in the upper left side, representing Team Liquid, of course, is this was a Liquid versus Root kind of little clan war going on for the Acer Team Story Cup. I am not going to ruin any of these results. You guys are welcome to check out Team Liquid and the Liquipedia page to find out which team was victorious in this team league. But it is going to be our red Zerg player, as I mentioned. It is going to be Zenio. Now, Zenio, I want to talk a little bit about kind of what Zenio has done. Zenio, some way, somehow, has always maintained a spot in the GSL. Now, he's not in the GSL now. I think he's been out for maybe the past 2, maybe even 3 seasons. I'm not too sure. But early on in the GSL, Zenio was known to be a very good Zerg player. Of course, he was on OGS. OGS and Liquid had a little partnership going on, and then later on, he decided, okay, you know what? I don't want to be on OGS anymore. I want to be just chilling in my house and playing some games. Not really have to worry about, I don't know, maybe there was a strict team environment in the OGS house or something. But a few months after that, Liquid, of course, announced the acquisition of Zenio. So a nice little pickup there for Team Liquid. So he's very good. We have not really seen too much out of him as of late. So I'm really kind of curious to see, is this going to be the moment for him to be shining in Heart of the Swarm? On the other side, Sage is such a creative and a fun player to be watching. I, for one, always like watching this guy stream. But you know what? I don't even want to talk about Sage right now because we have a very quick pull already finished for Zenio. 10 Lings about to make their way into the main base. This was like an 8 pull or something very ridiculously fast. And it looks like, luckily for Sage, he is not going for a Forge Expand or any sort of Nexus First. This Gateway First expansion, possibly going to be an expansion build here from Sage, is definitely going to be able to have him not lose, I guess. First Zealot's going to come out. 2 Zealots are not going to come out. This is going to be plenty for these Zealots to go ahead and deal with for Zenio. So Zenio trying to get a quick win. If you guys notice, he did not really drone at all behind this. In fact, harvester count 21 to 13. So usually with this quick pool play, you would see a Zerg player commit to maybe 4, maybe even 6 Zerglings, go back straight into drone production, and then go ahead and decide to take a natural expansion. But it looks like Zenio kind of just wanted to end the game, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. So beautiful defense by Sage. I don't want to call it lucky because maybe he likes to do a lot of gateway expands in PvZ. Maybe he just got lucky and just didn't go for Nexus First in this game. But it looks like right now he's going to be a little bit aggressive. Units count right now for Sage is going to be 2 Zealots and a Stalker. We're going to have the pylon come at the natural here for Zenio. Going to be a little bit annoying. 4 Lings are going to be in position. Easily going to be able to clean up this pylon, but I love this pressure from Sage. He realizes, okay, my opponent committed a lot into Zerglings. He's probably going to go back into drones. I have Zealots, which are basically the best unit against Zealots, or excuse me, against Zerglings. And he's going to start pressuring across the map here. The Mothership Core, of course, is going to make this attack a little bit more powerful. Here comes Sage making his way towards the natural. Not going to see any sort of an expansion. In fact, Zenio going up to speed, making 10 additional Zerglings. A little bit of a nice little cute save there from Zenio. Does not want to lose this drone. Of course, it's a Warhound, guys. I'm having a little bit of lag problems. Kind of weird. Not really too sure what that's about. But of course, this was, I think this was played like on the day of April Fools or some time around there. If you guys noticed, the Harvesters already, it's Warhounds for the Zerg, Warhounds for the Protoss. Warhound was basically the unit every single player complained about except Terran players. It was like the ultimate A-move unit that killed every single thing in the game. Of course, it got removed. Blizzard, of course, having a little bit of fun trying to bring it back into the game, pissing off a few people, and getting a few smiles on a few other people. Oh my god, some Lings are actually going to run into the natural expansion of Sage. there was a little bit of a gap, and the sentry's not going to get the force field up in time. We're going to have a whole bunch of lings at the natural right now of the Protoss player. Going to start to focus down this cannon. 4 more gateways on the way, so it looks like this was possibly going to be like a 4-gate follow-up here for Sage. But this is a lot of damage being done here by Zenio. If you look at the workers lost killed, already up to, well, 1. 1 isn't so much, but, you know, good on Sage's part. Not going to lose too many harvesters, but the problem is these lings are still alive. 11 already out. More in the production tab. Looks like Zenio going to go up to 19 Zerglings, 29 probes to 21 drones. So still a favor. A little bit of an advantage here from Sage. Meanwhile, back home, Zenio is expanding. Lynx continuing to hack away at the natural expansion, picking off yet another pylon. It looks like Sage was able to warp in some Zealots. Units count for him right now is 3 Zealots and a Stalker. But this is really good for Zenio. I mean, he's been denying mining at the natural expansion for a very long time. 1 Zealot going to die. It looks like finally Sage will be able to stabilize. Zenio is just making more Zerglings. I'm a little bit worried here. I mean, he did some damage to Sage. You know, he forced no probes to be mining off the natural. It killed a few probes, but the problem here is Sage is still ahead in economy, 32 to 23. And StarCraft 2 is all about the game of compositions and economy. Even though Zenio has 2 base, he's down in supply. I feel like he's really committed a little bit too much into these Zerglings, trying to just kill out Sage very quickly in this game. But Sage is now up by almost 20 supply, warping in some sentries. This can actually give Sage a little bit of an opportunity to go ahead and go for a Zealot sentry poke and possibly a straight up kill Zenio. But it looks like Sage, ooh, look at this cheekiness coming out from Sage, getting a pylon right by the 3rd expansion. Does Zenio have any idea that exists? No, he does not. So this pylon quickly going to turn into possible aggression, or maybe even a few cannons here from Sage. I wouldn't be surprised if he just warps in a whole bunch of Zealots at that 3rd base and goes for a kill into Zenio. Zenio's going to spot this. He's going to see some lings back home right now for Sage. We are seeing a Stargate being added. We're seeing some more Warhounds in the production tab, I guess. Of course, these are probes. Well, they're Warhounds, but Protoss players use probes. They usually don't use Warhounds, as far as I'm aware of. And a robotics facility in the production tab as well from Sage. So he's, you know, this isn't an all-in at all from Sage. He's actually just teching behind it. He's going to do a lot of pressure, and this is a lot of units on the map right now for Sage. 9 Zealots, a Stalker, of course. The Mothership Core is going to be able to use the Time Warp ability in case of any kind of lings trying to surround this army. But oh my god, the Queen actually going to try to focus it down. Going to lose the charge, not the charge, what am I saying? The shields. Wow, I just had like a brain freeze onto the Mothership Core. But this is just so many units here from Sage. Gonna make his way towards the national expansion. 76 supply to 89. Zenio supply blocked. A lot of lings gonna try to surround. Beautiful force fields being placed down by Sage. None of these units are gonna be able to do any sort of damage. I like the idea of surrounding. Roaches are gonna be on the map as well, but look at that little nooked corner that Sage is kind of, I guess, hiding back in. And, I mean, lings are not really going to be able to do anything against this. I mean, sentries and stalkers, the fact that he has this many zealots, he has some pylons around the map, he can easily just continue to warp in. Zenio is in a lot of trouble, losing a lot of workers, down to 25 harvesters, 10 workers killed for Sage. Queens are going to help a little bit, of course. Sentries still have some energy for some force fields, and Sage gonna get the hell out of there as if nothing ever happened, recalling straight into the natural. So Zenio, I guess a good thing for him is he defended the attack. He still has a natural. He has some roaches on the map. And he has quite a few amount of units. But he does not have a 3rd expansion. He's just now going to go ahead and retake this 3rd expansion. Back home, we're seeing Sage transitioning into Immortal production, getting some Phoenix. Interesting decision there to go Robo and Stargate here off of 2 base. Usually you would see Stargate and then maybe a Robo when you take a 3rd, or maybe a Colossus off of 2 base into a 3rd expansion in case of any kind of Hydralisk push. But that is a long way in this game. Zenio is just now getting a layer, continuing his drones. 30 drones now to 47 probes. 86 supply for Sage, 73 supply for Zenio. And quite honestly, I feel once Sage has a few Immortals, maybe even Colossus, it looks like it's a Robotics Bay in the production tab right now for Sage. He might just go for a push. Look at these force fields by Sage. He's actually going to kill a bunch more Zerglings for free here of Zenio. Zenio, I'm not too sure what he can actually do from here. Does he go into Mutalisks? Not really, because he doesn't have an economy. He's just now going to be able to get the 3rd base down getting a macro hatch, I believe, somewhere on this map. Okay, the macro hatch is actually in the main base. So he has quite a few amount of minerals, and he's trying to use the money to go ahead and get as many hatcheries on the map to be able to make some units to be able to defend any kind of incoming attack from Sage. But let's look at the upgrades. Sage has not started any upgrades. Meanwhile, for Zenio, no upgrades for him as well. He's just going to get Glial Reconstitution, which is, of course, the roach speed. Zenio going to start to push a little bit here towards the third base to confirm his opponent is, in fact, on 3 bases. And this is trouble for Zenio. I mean, Sage is going to be on 3 bases. Zenio is just now going to get the third. GG is thrown out from Zenio. So basically what happened in this game, guys, is Zenio lost the third base, lost a lot of harvesters, around 12 drones at the natural expansion. Sage didn't commit to the 2-base all-in, and if you notice, Zenio was making roaches and links, assuming that his opponent, you know, with the advantage he has, he's probably going to go for a 2-base all-in. Maybe Zenio would have been able to defend it and maybe take a third behind it, get back into drones, go up to layer, maybe even go for a Roach Hydra composition, whatever tech he wants to do from there. But Sage playing it very smart, playing it very safe, taking a third, walling that area off, continuing into Immortals and just Zealots, Sentries, Stalkers, forcing Zenio to go ahead and throw out the GG because, I mean, the economy is in the favor of the Protoss, obviously. So, fortunately, for Zenio, Root Sage is going to take him out in this game, and that is going to conclude it for this cast. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and click the subscribe button onto my YouTube channel, and I guess that's going to finish for a replay. So, stay safe, good luck, and have fun.